Okay, welcome to this divination. My absolute passion is simplification. So I like to really observe things, dig into detail, so that I can simplify that and so that I can see it from all perspectives. It's like an absolute joy of mine. And you've come here because you're feeling overwhelmed. And when you tend to feel overwhelmed, you escape. And you escape because you don't know how to fully hold unconditional love to be able to receive it. So take a deep breath into the body and a deep breath out. And I'm really connecting to your nervous system. Try to keep breathing deeply as you observe this, almost like a meditation, right? There are only two things ever happening. Obviously, okay, let me just talk for this talk. There are only two main things that are happening. Unconditional love is always coming in. And as unconditional love is pouring into you, you are either ready to receive it or are being prepared to receive it. I'll repeat that. Unconditional love is constantly pouring into you and constantly pouring into the vessel that has the same frequency of unconditional love. And all you need to do as you're going through the process is either ready to receive it or you are being prepared to receive it. It will often feel that we love feeling good when we receive it. But in being prepared, this is where we tend to suffer the most. And then this is where we chase the next high. We start becoming consumers of things that will fill the void because of this narrative that we have as a collective that we aren't enough. Even though we were chosen specifically to come here. And that's the narrative of tapping into the world. You need to understand who you are through who you are not. That is the only way in which alchemy really does the alchemic thing. You absorb yourself into the absence of light. You become it. You study it. You observe it as it is. And then when you raise that vibration, you know how to more easily tap into the frequency of receiving to be ready. In this moment, there's nothing for you to do but to prepare yourself to receive. And it's in the nervous system. Being able to receive unconditional love and not being attached to how it's going to come, who it's going to come from. Because more often than not, you'll find more joy in just observing how it gets delivered to you. And all you need to do is ask. And the thing is, you are constantly asking. But often what happens is you're asking from the state of the highest point of awareness. If you are aware of safety, you'll bring more safety into your life. If you are aware of non-safety, you'll bring more of the experience of what is not safe for you in your life. That's why it becomes so important to do practices that ground you into your body. And I just say the simple things is breath meditation, through meditation, movement, sound and touch. If there's any thing that a child needs, no matter what stage of your life. Every human, for their survival, will need sound, touch, breath, movement. So I hope that just alleviated certain pressures of this overwhelm of the world and how you're going to change it on the large scale. It has to start now by the simple choice of saying, okay, I'm going to change my breath. I'm going to focus on my breath. I'm going to observe what my breath does. I'm going to put checking in with my breath in my calendar. I'm going to time myself. I'm going to put a challenge to myself. I'm going to go on a fast. I'm going to focus on my breath. Because ultimately, that is what we're trying to get to. We're constantly trying to come back to source. And when your system has been built to understand safety as chaos, up until you recognize it, chaos will become safety. And on the safety plane, that is non-safety. And that's why it becomes so important to recalibrate your nervous system from fear to safety. And it becomes so important to rewire your brain patterning so that when you see things, when you hear things, when you perceive things through all the sensory experiences, you are not sensing it from your fear or your pain, but you are expectant of joy and peace. You are turning your pain into beauty. You are becoming an inspiration. And even when you think you're not, you are. And let's just hope that when you are inspiring someone, that you aren't inspiring someone of showing them what not to do. Let's just hope. But the thing is, we're there and we don't even know it. Some people look at us and are just like, no thanks. But we're all playing a part for each other. But we have a choice to receive. And you have to feel deserving. You have to go back to your roots of understanding that you were chosen to come here. You were here because you were chosen. You came out of the womb. You came out of the darkness into the light. You came as light out of the darkness, bringing more light. That's who you are, an alchemist. So I hope that this can give you some hope, and it can give you faith to take action, to start listening deeper to what next guidance is going to come from this message. If you'd like a personal reading, please book. There is information on the description down below.